2025 World Athletics Championships, Lyles, Tebogo, Grasse and Gout blazed through 200m semis. A stage built for legends. The 200 meters is more than just half a lap. It's the perfect marriage of raw speed and tactical precision. The straight requires a clean start and balance, the curve demands finesse, and the home stretch calls for the heart of a warrior. At the 2025 World Athletics Championships in Tokyo, the men's 200-meter semifinals were supposed to be just a stepping stone toward the final. Instead, they became a showcase of power, a showcase of new and old rivalries, a showcase that set the world buzzing about what might be the most electrifying final in years. From Noah Lyles, the reigning sprint king, to Tebogo, the youthful disruptor, from Andre Grasse, the evergreen Canadian, to Gout, the teenage phenom rewriting records, the semifinals turned into a firestorm of brilliance. The build-up to anticipation in Tokyo. The atmosphere inside the Tokyo Olympic Stadium was electric. Fans draped in flags of every color, commentators hyping the showdown, and cameras ready to capture history. The narrative was irresistible. Could Noah Lyles maintain his dominance after years of ruling the 200m with charisma and confidence? Could Tebogo, the pride of Botswana, dethrone the king with his fearless running? Could Andre Grasse, now in his 30s, summon one more moment of magic? And what about Gout, the 17-year-old sensation from Australia? Could he stand tall against giants? The semifinals would answer none of those questions fully, but they would hint, and they would dazzle. Heat 1, Lyles strikes first. The announcer's voice cut through the stadium noise. Men's 200-meter semifinal 1, on your marks. Noah Lyles crouched into his blocks. His golden chain glistened under the floodlights, his trademark smile nowhere to be seen. This was business. The gun fired. Lyles powered out of the blocks with an aggression rarely seen in a semifinal. His form was poetry, arms driving, knees high, torso upright as he attacked the curve. By 120 meters, the race was over. The others were battling for second, while Lyles looked as if he were in a different gear entirely. He eased up at the line, glancing sideways with swagger, and still clocked 19.71 seconds. Effortless. Dominant. Behind him, Jereme Richards of Trinidad and Tobago claimed second in 20.02, but all eyes stayed glued on Lyles. Commentators gasped. He just ran 19.71 like a warm-up. This is his kingdom, and is reminding everyone. The crowd knew Lyles wasn't just qualifying. He was making a statement. Heat 2, Tebogo's warning shot. If Lyles owned Heat 1, Tebogo owned Heat 2. The young star from Botswana, still only 22, had built a reputation for fearlessness. In the cool room, he had joked with rivals, his calm demeanor a sharp contrast to the intensity of the moment. But on the track, he was a predator. The gun fired. Tebogo's start was explosive, his transition into the curve smooth. At 150 meters, he was already a body-length clay. His stride, long, relaxed, almost arrogant, drew gasps from the crowd. He thundered across the line in 19.76 seconds, barely grimacing. Behind him, Jonel Hughes of Great Britain finished strong in 19.95, but the story was Tebogo. Post-race, he smiled into the camera. Final tomorrow. That's when the real fun begins. It wasn't just confidence. It was prophecy. Heat 3, Grasse veteran grit. The third semifinal brought something different, a battle of experience. Andre Grasse, the Canadian Olympic champion from 2021, lined up with determination etched across his face. Critics had doubted him. Too old. Too many injuries. Too much wear and tear. But Grasse has always thrived when written off. The gun fired. His start wasn't spectacular. It never is. But Grasse's magic is in the second half. As they came off the curve, he was fourth. By 150 meters, he was third. With 30 meters left, his turnover increased, his body leaning into the line with that trademark dip. He finished first in 19.89 seconds, just ahead of Joseph Fambula of Liberia. The stadium erupted. The veteran wasn't done. Not yet. Heat 4, enter Gout. And then came the moment the world had been waiting for. Gout, the 17-year-old prodigy from Australia, stepping into the blocks of semifinal 4. No one this young was supposed to be here. No one this young was supposed to be this fast. But records don't lie. Earlier in the season, Gout had shocked the world with a 19.80 at just 16 years old, making him the youngest sprinter in history to break 20 seconds. The stadium held its breath. The gun fired. Gout burst out like a slingshot. His acceleration was raw, almost reckless, but his stride opened up beautifully on the curve. By the home straight, he was shoulder to shoulder with seasoned veterans. The crowd roared as the teenager refused to back down. He crossed the line first in 19.93 seconds, punching the air in disbelief. Behind him, Aaron Brown of Canada sneaked in at 20.02. 17 years old. In a World Championship final. Against legends. History had been made. The aftermath of the semis. By the end of the night, the storyline for the final was clear. Noah Lyles, the reigning king, untouchable in form. Lyles Tebogo, the fearless challenger, carrying Africa's hopes. Andre de Grasse, the veteran warrior, chasing one last crown. Gout, the teenage prodigy, rewriting the script. Fans flooded social media. This final is going to be war. Lyles versus Tebogo vs the future. De Grasse still has it. Don't count him out. Gout is 17. 17. Unreal. The buzz was unlike anything track had seen in years. The psychology of greatness. The semifinals didn't just showcase speed. They showcased psychology. Lyles' performance screamed dominance. He ran like he knew he was unbeatable. His presence alone was intimidating. Tebogo's run carried a different message. I'm not afraid. He didn't chase Lyles' ghost. He carved his own lane. De Grasse grit reminded the young guns that experience matters. He knows how to deliver when medals are on the line. Gout's rise injected unpredictability. How do you prepare for someone who doesn't even know his own limits yet? The final would not just be about legs. It would be about minds. Global reactions. The semifinals ignited a frenzy around the globe. In Botswana, fans poured into the streets, chanting Tebogo's name, believing this could be their nation's first global sprint gold. In Canada, sports shows led with de Grasse revival, calling him the Maple Leafs' last dance. In Australia, Gout's face was plastered across front pages. Schools streamed his race in classrooms. Politicians tweeted congratulations. In the United States, the narrative was clear. Lyles was the showman, the superstar, the man to beat. The 200-meter final wasn't just a race anymore. It was a global event. The rivalries that fuel the fire. The semifinals also reignited simmering rivalries. Lyles versus Tebogo, the student challenging the master. Both bold, both fearless. Their clash would define the future of sprinting. De Grasse versus time. Every race could be his last chance at glory. His fans willed him forward. Gout versus history. No teenager had ever been this good, this soon. Could he shock the world? These weren't just athletes. They were characters in a drama Shakespeare himself would envy. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.